and today I thought I would do a very requested video in my sorority series, which is what to expect during recruitment week or rushing. So I'm just gonna give you guys some tips during recruitment week and also kind of go through the process a little bit. Keep in mind this is how my school is. It's not gonna be the same at every single school, but it may give you a good idea about what it's like. So for me, I am going to be a junior in college now, so I have been on both sides of recruitment, so I think I am a good person to, I guess, do this video because I know how it is both sides. So when I was going through my freshman year, I went through recruitment, like I said in my The Truth About Sororities video, to meet friends because I came from out of state, and I think it was the best decision ever. If you guys are even slightly thinking about going through recruitment, then I highly suggest that you do it because it could be the best thing that you ever experience in college, and you can meet so many people just going through the recruitment process. So at my school, recruitment week starts the week before the very first day of school, which can be kind of hectic. It's in August and there's just a lot going on, but trust me, it's so worth it. And you know, you may be very nervous, but my intentions are for you guys to hopefully feel a little sense of ease after this video, since you will know kind of what to expect. So I'm just gonna give you guys a quick rundown of the recruitment week, and then I'm gonna go into my tips and everything like that. So the first day is just your open house round. I actually have a whole video on what to wear for sorority recruitment week, so I will link that down below. But it's very casual, and you just kind of have a presentation about all the sororities, kind of what it's about. You watch a video, and you start to go to some of the houses, because at my school we have about 14 plus sororities, so it takes a whole week, and you go to a couple sororities, about 4 or so, and then the next day is open house round part 2, so you go see the rest of the houses, the other 10 or however many chapters there are, and basically it's just to see the houses, very short. And it's kind of difficult at first because at our school you only get 10 minutes or so at each house. After you see all the sororities for such a short amount of time, then you're asked to rank them, you know, pref them, or write a preference list on the ones that you like the most, and then you will hopefully get called back, I guess, to all those sororities, the top 10, I guess, that you said, the next day. And then it's kind of narrowed down every single day, and it's a mutual process. It's kind of hard to gauge at first. I was like, how am I going to pick at the end of this week, because I love everyone and I love all these sororities, but it gets so much easier. Just keep in mind you are going to get more comfortable throughout the week, and you'll get more time and more time with these sororities, because the very first day it's just to get to know everyone, and then the next day is, I believe, Philanthropy Day, and that's when you get to learn about each house's philanthropies, which if you guys don't know what a philanthropy is, I had no idea what that even meant. Basically, a philanthropy is a service that each sorority chooses to give back to, and they have fundraisers every semester going to that cause. So for us, our cause is domestic violence awareness. So Philanthropy Day is a very important day for a lot of people. They can really learn what each sorority stands for, what they're giving back to, and it may strike you very hard if it's something that you're really passionate about. The next day is house tours, which is, oh my gosh, my favorite day ever, because you got to go see all the different sororities' houses, or the ones that you've narrowed it down to. So I believe that was about 6, and oh my gosh, it was just so cool because you had about 45 minutes or so you got to have more in-depth conversations with people, and you're walking around and seeing the house, and it's really cool because you get to see the different rooms. House tours are also really important because you can see if you really picture yourself living there, because you typically do live in the sorority house for a year if the sorority, or if the college that you're going to has sorority houses. I know not all sororities have houses, but for me, when I was going through, something that kind of struck important thing in my mind was that some houses that I was touring actually had open air, which was where all of the girls slept in one room. All of the bunk beds were in there, and it was like cold and dark at all times, I guess, and quiet, and then they had their separate rooms for their, like, you can study, and their clothes, like their closets are all separate. So that's something that may be good to some people, some may not want that. I also believe that it's house tour day, that you get to watch a video that the sorority has put together, which is so much fun because you get to see pictures and videos of all the girls, like they put the video together, and you can just really see what kind of people that they are. And I loved Alpha Chi Omega's, the sorority that I joined, video because it just made me laugh the whole time. And then the last day is preference day, which is the most important day. You've narrowed it down to about 3 at this point. I don't know what that was. It's also the most fancy, so you get to dress up, which is really fun. And you get the longest time with the girls, about an hour and a half or so. And this is your time to really seal the deal, make your decision on which house you want to join. But keep in mind, preference day is an emotional day. You have ceremonies, which sounds kind of weird, and it's different for each house, so it's nothing that I can really tell you about. For me, it was really hard because I left the ceremony of AKO just feeling like so happy, because I was like, I just can't wait, I need to join this house, I absolutely love it. Everything about it, I just need to join, and I still actually had one more house to go to after, but I still kept an open mind. So be a good sport, even if you know that you want to be in a certain house from the very beginning, even if you are legacy and you think you're gonna join a house, keep an open mind throughout the entire process. That's my biggest advice besides be yourself. Just keep a huge open mind, because you could be missing out on something that's truly you instead of a house that you should be in just because your family has been in it before. So you do kind of want to make a good impression on these sororities, but keep in mind, they're also trying to give you a good first impression, and that's not really something that I thought about when I was going through recruitment. I was like, you know, I am way more nervous than these girls in the sorority are, but actually the girls in the sorority are probably just as nervous, or if not more nervous, because if they're just, you know, sitting talking to you, like zoning out or something, you know, what's that gonna do for them? No one's gonna want to join that house, and you don't really think about that. So it's like they're also trying to get girls in their sorority just as much as you want to be, hopefully, in a sorority. They want to meet you and they want to have good conversation just as much as you do. So just keep in mind, just be yourself, and hopefully a good conversation will flow. Obviously, you're not going to mesh with every single girl that you meet. I mean, it's inevitable. You don't get along with every single person that you meet in this world, and that's totally fine. But also keep in mind that every girl isn't the same, and that's kind of why you talk to more than one person at each day at the sorority, because just because you don't really hit it off with someone doesn't mean that another person in that house you won't, you know, be best friends with. It's kind of the luck of the draw who you end up talking to, but just keep in mind, even if you didn't love that person that you talked to necessarily, but you loved so many things about that sorority that you've been hearing so far, you know, give them another chance if you're kind of on the edge about it. And also a tip for you is just to come prepared with questions. It's not a job interview, so don't feel like you have to, you know, be perfect or anything, because, you know, like I said, they're just as nervous. It's not like they're interrogating you or anything. They honestly just want to know more about you so that they can see if you fit in well with, you know, the kind of girls that are in that house. For me, I noticed that at my sorority that I chose is that a lot of the girls I was talking to were so fun, and I saw how they were interacting with each other, but we're just having a good time, and I think that's something that I was looking for, because I'm a very laid-back person, and I felt like at some houses I had to be like perfect and had to say the right thing, but when I was at, you know, other certain houses I didn't feel that way. So just keep a mental note on to what houses you feel really comfortable at. At my recruitment process, the girls are also allowed a cinch sack, or a drawstring bag, sorry. I call it a cinch sack, and people get so weirded out like they've never heard that before. So if you get to keep a drawstring bag with you when you're going around, or your purse or whatever, I highly recommend it, because when you get out of each house, I highly suggest that you have a pen and paper in there and you write down notes as fast as you can. I know it's a very quick process, but write down any notes that stood out to you about that house, because when you're going to rank the houses at the end of the day, it's such a long day and the houses can kind of get mixed up in your head. So I hope this helped you guys out and gave you a little sense of ease about going through sorority recruitment. It's honestly such a fun process, and it's even more fun, I feel like, on the other side of it. So just hang in there. I know it can be a really long week. It's going to be very tiring and also stressful, because you may hit off with so many people, and you know, you may feel like you're never going to be able to narrow it down, but I promise you, hopefully you will have that moment where you're just like, you know what, I need to take the chance and pick this house. I just have a gut feeling, and hopefully that's the right feeling, and you will just have the best time ever and join a sorority and have just amazing memories. So I know it sounds so cheesy and everything like that, but it's just such an amazing thing that you can't even describe. If you guys have any other questions that I didn't touch base on, if I forgot, because I kind of just threw this video together with my random thoughts in my head. I didn't really plan anything out for this video, which I probably should have. But if you guys have any other things, then please let me know in the comments below, and I will do my best to get back to you guys on that. And I definitely encourage all of you guys in the comments, all you sorority people out there who have been through it like me, to just leave your advice down below for other people going through recruitment, and just help respond to comments and everything like that. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!